Welcome back to another review. 2075 Rami. What is this? This is a subcompact concealed carry weapon. It is double stacked. Comes with a 10-round magazine. This one came with an extension plate on the bottom of it for better holding. Arguably one of the best CCW pistols that has been discontinued, next to the CZP-01 Omegas and any of those in that series. It doesn't have to be the Omega. It's just what I like to carry. Now this pistol is indeed, in my opinion, one of the best subcompacts that you can find for concealed carry. The reason why I go with types of weapons like this is because of the hammer. And we will safety check. So she is clear. And like I always say in every video, I do not dry fire these because of the pin in it. So with that being said, this is the main reason why. Single action. Well, you got double action, single action. This model, it is a little different from P01 Omegas. It just has a curved trigger to it. It feels good on the initial first 10 shots or so. After that, it goes to eating into your finger, for me anyways. But I actually prefer the Omega trigger, which is a little more flat face, as on my P01 Omega. So it's a little more flat and it feels a little better on the finger whenever you're continuously firing. The mag compatibility to these firearms is pretty much the same as it is the striker fire across the boards. They all work in each other. It just depends on the size of the pistol that it's going into. So these other magazines that came with the Rami, and these are the P01 mags. You can still put the extension plate on here to cover it, to have a little more ergonomic feel to your hand whenever you're shooting and gripping down. Oh, and you do get lock back to it as well, so that's a plus. So if you have any SP01s, P01s, any other CZs that are hammer fire, it'll pretty much take it. You just have to look and see which magazines are compatible with this platform. Now that we got that out of the way, this is the safety model. So it's only safety, which you can still carry it. You can carry it cotton and locked if you want to, but I prefer to have my junk safe, and I think you would like to have your junk safe as well. So the best thing to do, this is a lot of your safety. This is your most important safety right here. So with that being said, you can still drop the hammer on it and run it in double action. Only thing you need to do is go out and train in order to get that first shot off right, in order to be able to put that shot on target using that double action. So in the first shots of this pistol, it did have one malfunction, and that was due to me. I actually used my CZP-01 magazine because I had extra 2 rounds in the mag, and I was feeding it hollow points, and I should have used the stock mags with it in order to get 100% reliability out of it. I used my P01 mag, and it did hang up on the first shot, and that was with a hollow point. And after that first shot, I ran another whole 50 rounds out of it and didn't have any hiccups, and I used every one of them out of the stock magazines. So that was a fault to me. The second malfunction actually came from my wife, where she was using it. She does have weak wrists. She has problems with that. So she limp wrist whenever she shot, and it did malfunction on her. It was a failure to feed. Those were 124 full metal jackets as well. After the first initial shots that she performed, I noticed it was hitting a little low and left. So I took over and I began to shoot, and it did shoot low and left, in fact. And I thought it was her, but she had the right trigger press and everything, so she was doing her part. It's just that the sights need to be aligned. After those 2 hiccups that the gun had, with pretty much our fault, it ran flawlessly. I want to say I ran 200, yeah, a little over 200 rounds out of it. 60 of it was back to back. And I must say, being that this is a alloy frame pistol, it does get a little warm in your hand. So if you're intending on having extended shots, if you plan on having extended shooting time with this pistol, you need to make sure you have some quality gloves on, because it is going to get hot on you. The functionality of the pistol works just like any other CZ75 variant. It has the slide inside of the frame, so it lowers the reciprocating mass, and that in turn lowers your recoil. One thing that I'm starting to do with a lot of the CZ platforms and any other pistol that I start to review, I am going to do a 1 yard controllability test, and that is dumping a whole magazine into I think it may be a 3-inch diamond, and I want to see if I can keep it inside of that diamond. And pretty much if it passed that for me, then I know that it's pretty much an accurate gun, especially when you get into faster fire rates. Now on to the safety. It does not have an ambidextrous safety on it. It's just one-sided, and it's pretty tactile. It's easy to manipulate. So when you come out, get onto the gun, it's easy to manipulate while not coming out of the holster. I use it in a concealed carry holster for a few times off camera. It fit. I use a Braydeck holster, which is my P01 holster. It fits, but it's a little tight, but it does work. The only thing you need to do is just loosen it up a little. So if you cannot find a holster for it, the Braydeck holsters actually work pretty well with it. Like I said, it is a little tight, but that's what you want out of concealed carry. You want it to be tight to your body and secure. You can just always loosen up these screws down just a little bit and get it to your liking. Now back onto the safety. Whenever you're coming out of your holster and getting onto the gun, you're gonna notice it is a little hard to sweep that safety if your hands are not big enough. Being that my hands are big enough, I have no problem on swiping that safety down. And I don't have to break my grip. The magazines are a little sticky. They're being broken in, but over time they will wear down and it will become a lot more smoother. Like I say, if you don't have big enough hands, you're gonna have to break your grip, being that this is kind of a thick pistol. But it definitely does feel good. It reminds me of a 2011 the Staccato P's. It's pretty much what the grip reminds me of. Rubber texturized grips on it, just as the CZ-P01. I hate to keep referencing that, but it's pretty much what it is. It's a smaller brother to the P01 Omegas and the P01s. They do come in the decocker, the DBs. I think it's DB, whatever it is. I can't remember what it is. If I'm wrong, I'll correct myself. But this is just the safety model only, but they do come in DBs. I don't know if they make the Omega models of it, but it has been discontinued. I know that they were making the polymer lowers and it was having bulging problems, but they never reported any problems with it as far as blowing up on people or hurting anyone. But to negate the bulging problems, they just started making the alloy lowers. And the checkering on it, it's just simple lines on the checkering, front and rear. Seems to work pretty well. Like I said, this gun is pretty comfortable in the hand. It's comfortable for what it is as far as a concealed carry. This is what you want. This is a 3-inch barrel. You're gonna get decent accuracy out of it as long as you're accurate. That's it. I just had a little problem with it. Sights are off, but that's no problem. The sights can be pushed over. You can easily get you can get adjustable rear sights to fix the sighting problem out of it. I didn't touch it because, like I said, this is not my pistol. It's on loan to me for right now, so this is not my pistol to mess around with. I used it just as it was and Kentucky windaged it in order to finish up the review.
Take the safety off. Put your safety back on until you're ready to fire. That's not easy to do, by the way.
Hmm?
Like, you know how your hand is big enough to swipe it?
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. And I'm aiming for this one.
Yeah. And how I told you to stand.
One foot in front of the other, but...
Yeah.
Oh.
And slightly forward, but you bring it up to your eyes. You don't ever squint your arms in. Grip it tight.
Trying to... Where did I shoot?
So we had a malfunction. Alright, so drop the mag. Up, wait. Yeah, drop the mag. See what happens.
It won't.
Alright, hold up. You're limp resting, so don't limp rest it. Get as high as you can on it. And crank down on it. I know it's gonna be a little hard on your hand, on your little hands, and don't let it run away from you. Just concentrate on your trigger control and your recoil management. You got your safety off?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. You hit to the left. So put pressure with your thumb a little more, and take your finger out from in front of the trigger guard. You see how you got your finger?
Well, I thought that's how you had told me to.
I mean, yeah,
hold
yeah,
it
you can do it.
See,
You're shooting high.
Where did that one go? That one went low.
Yeah, high and left.
No, that was the last one I did.
You hit paper right there. Well, just go. Let's see what we're gonna get. So you're a little low.
I don't know why, because I feel like I'm trying not to anticipate the trigger, you know.
It's alright, you gotta get used to it. Don't take your finger off the trigger. That's what's getting you. You're resetting all the way. Back up. I'm going all the way to the top. I'm shooting left with it. Hand still hurting?
Mm-hmm. I can't.
We'll keep you away from the pistol so much.
I mean, I don't mind training on them. I can't do much until I get stronger.
I don't know if it's gonna light these magazines. All right, make sure you stay on that side of me.
I don't hear no dings. I was trying to zoom in, but it keeps on trying to. The focus ain't going with it. I said I was trying to zoom into your hand.
Ooh, this is getting hot. Let's see what she's hitting at from back here, because it should have been hit.
Was that low to the right?
I'm good. It's hitting left.
Yeah. Oh, I see it now.
Whoa. Well. I just aimed all the way to the top right of that cardboard and it hit the middle. That's not good. You come up. Now I'm just gonna go straight to the middle now.
Still to the left. Not much, but.
It is getting real hot now, but I'm aiming top right of the. It's consistent. So I guess the sights may need to be slid a little, but it is consistent though. So but it's getting a little too hot. We're gonna let this cool off. These were the initial CZ Ramis. This was my wife's first shots. These were mine, which I was aiming here, and it was hitting here. So it's just a slight windage issue with it. And I have gloves on. This thing is hot. We just ran 60 rounds through it. It's an all steel frame. It's gonna get hot. Can't complain with that. Cannot complain with that. That's good tracking. I'll take that all day long, especially at that firing rate. So, not bad.
But if you guys would like more content like this, hit the like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and you'll be alerted to more content when it drops fresh from me. And this one came with the extension plate. I can't believe I just did that.